Usually it says, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to this day 6 of our Sacred Seven session. And today we have uh, one of our own soul sister, Reshmi. Uh, and look at that beautiful smile radiating through her. And that is her name. Her name means illuminous light, which is auspicious and which will light up no matter where you are, what time of the day or place you are. That light will illuminate everything. So today she's here to share her knowledge and wisdom and to shine that beautiful light that she stands for. And her topic is so it coincides and it rhymes with her name, creating that 7 stages to create that army of light. It's not just one light, but she's going to give us that army of light. And we all know that she's also a great Ho'oponopono master. We have attended so many sessions of hers and thoroughly enjoyed that healing. And today she's here to um, show the luminous side of us. Let's welcome Reshmi. And we're so glad you're here. Thank you for being on a Sunday morning. Everyone, welcome to the program. Reshmi, stage is all yours.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Rajini ji. I didn't know my name carried so much meaning. So I don't
Of
know.
course, of
Now I'm
course.
nervous.
No, no, no. You spread the light, no matter what. Just that smile is good enough, to light up everybody. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yes.
much. I know you are in the nature and you are spreading that light to all of us. So thank you so much for that warm welcome. I don't need a welcome here. This is our space. So yeah, it's just us who are in this path together, sharing our knowledge, sharing our experience. I'm not this whole topic, it is nothing new. So it's a beautiful concept which we are doing sacred wisdom of seven. And I was thinking there are so many things in our life which is connected to seven. All these days we have been hearing those topics, um, like seven mothers, seven bodies, even the sound, there are seven notes, the color, there is seven colors in the rainbow. There is so much wisdom in that sacred number seven. So when Swayam was asking for the session, I had just finished reading this book, and the title caught me because it says this seven steps to become that army of light. It is a book by Yvonne Delafleur, and we have just finished our book clubs on Premaku Avahanam and Invitation to Love. So I thought, why not take this book and talk about it? I'm not going to summarize everything because the book itself is a very small book, hardly 1 hour read. Cover to cover, it is just 1 hour read, very small book. And I was really amazed how Yvonne uses such minimum words but spreads that message so deep, and inner message with such a depth and that inner meaning. So let me, I've just compiled, I'm not summarizing the entire book, um, whatever connected to me, that is what I am sharing here. And as I said, it is nothing new wisdom. It is everything we know. She has beautifully compiled it in a way which we can uh, keep reminding ourselves, keep going back and connecting and reminding ourselves how to become that army of light. So let me share the slide. Are you able to see my slide?
Yes, Rashmi, we are able to see it.
Okay, perfect. Not able to move it. Yeah. So the book's name is Seven Steps to Create an Army of Light. Um, somehow I'm not able to. Let me go from here. So, what is that army of light, right? When we hear the word army, what comes to our mind is military or war or violence. All these things come to our mind. But here in this book, what Yvonne is explaining is our inner battle. So this army and this war is um, nothing but getting ourselves ready to fight that inner battle. So here she has beautifully summarized it. What is an army of light? A symbolic invitation to become a conscious, compassionate, disciplined human being who serves the world through inner transformation. So it is our inner battle. What are we fighting? We are fighting that fear, that hatred, um, that inner battle which happens. That is what Yvonne is telling, that we have to fight every time. That is the battle which we have to win. It is not a physical war or physical battle. It is that inner battle which we have to fight to make ourselves ready for our spiritual growth or spiritual advancement. So it is there in every tradition. Like Krishna is talking about Kurukshetra. We get reminded that it is a war between cousins or between two families, but each and every one who was in that battlefield was having their own battle. They were fighting with themselves. They were having their own fears, or they were trying to win over what they thought was pulling them down. So Krishna has talked about it. Jesus talks about that, like that 40 days, which he says that we have to do that Lent or fasting to fight over the temptation. Leave something which you love dearest and see if the temptation is conquering us. Muhammad, he speaks of the great jihad. So every culture, when you look at it, there is that reference to that inner battle, that struggle which is happening within us. So the first step to becoming this army of light is um, the purpose, commitment, and becoming that light onto ourselves. Before we become that light to others, we have to become that light to ourselves. Buddha says, Apo Deepo Bhava. So light that candle, light that candle, instead of um, fighting with the darkness, instead of complaining about the darkness, light that candle within us, be that candle to others, and spread that light to everyone. So that is what this army of light is summarized as. But what is the how do we fight this battle? We need weapons, we need mastery of our skills, we need to have the discipline. So, without all those weapons and mastery, we cannot fight anything, right? We cannot be in the battlefield without any weapons. So, this whole book, Yvonne shows us the weapons and the steps which we need to do, the practices which we have to follow. So, that is what the whole book is about. So I've taken 7 steps from that to be in alignment with our topic today. So the first one is the weapons of light. So the words here, or the weapons which she mentions in the book, are very. It is nothing new. It's very common. We keep hearing in every text we read, or every session we attend. We keep hearing about it. Truth, being truthful to ourselves, truthful to others. Each word which comes out of it, let it come out of that, let it be the truth which we speak. Even in Invitation to Love, Babaji reminds us that the 3 concepts which Babaji reminds throughout the book is simplicity, truth, and love. And he says that we have to practice these 3 things in our life. And even in this book, Yvonne's messages are in so much in alignment with the same 3 concepts. So here it starts with the truth. So how truthful can we become? So earlier we said that we are going to be that army of light. So we cannot change others unless we start changing ourselves, right? So we have our own, I won't say it is a negative things, but we have our own uh, learnings in our life, which we have to conquer, which we have to come out of those patterns. So only when we win that inner battle, we can spread that light to others. We have to have that light within us. Um, so just like how we can share the water only from a cup full of water. If the cup is empty, we cannot share that water to others. So just like that, we have to become that army of light within us. And these are the weapons which will enable us in that inner battle. So first is truth and ethics, integrity. Integrity is the thoughts, the actions, the words we speak. Everything needs to be completely aligned with our purpose. And what is our purpose? It is very personal to us. We what we stand for, or what we are trying to learn through this lifetime, that is very personal to us. But the experiences we get out of that, the learnings we get out of those, that can be shared with others. So uh, being consistent with our practices, with our sadhanas, being consistent with our thoughts and actions, be committed to that. It is not that we think of it on one day, okay, I'm going to be that army of light, and you are all perfect, having that clear thoughts, clear actions, and everything. But tomorrow something bad happens, you just leave it. Okay, I'm not going to be doing this. Don't fall for that. Keep practicing it, keep believing in it, and be very sincere and authentic in what we are doing. So these are not just like a physical weapon, like a bow and arrow or a spear or something like that. These are our weapons for that inner battle. These are the strengths which we have to build, or which we have to keep reminding us. We all come with these things, but we don't remember it at all times. So these are just a reminders that this is our core thing. This is our core principles in our life. So keep coming back, and be connected to these core values in our lives, and be completely aligned, our purpose, our actions, our thoughts, the words we speak, everything, let it come out of that complete alignment. And that alignment comes with that awareness. So now we have seen what are the weapons of light, but just having a weapon doesn't help us. So just having a gun at home, but if you don't know how to shoot it, it is just a piece of metal there. You cannot use it. So how do we learn how to use these weapons? So that Yvonne has given a beautiful um, set of information saying how to master this, how to create that mastery of these weapons. So it is the words. Earlier, also, I thought the words, the thoughts, so that all these masteries happening within us, and we are a, like a cumulative or accumulate we have accumulated a lot of repetitive patterns, and this could be from incidents in our current life, this could be from our previous life. So these patterns, these are there within us, and they power our thoughts, they power our words, they power our reactions. So that is what we try to clear in all these healing sessions. Even in Ho'oponopono, we try to keep clearing ourselves, clearing these patterns. So, the same way, using meditation and different kriyas, being aware of these patterns. Like if something happens, you immediately react. So instead of that, take a step back and think where that reaction is coming from. So, as I said, that repetitive thoughts or repetitive patterns which are there, that is creating a path, that is creating a path. And when this keeps happening over and over, that path becomes very strong. So even without you knowing it, you react to a situation. So we have to come out of that illusionary path. And how do we come out of that illusionary path? It is using our kriyas or meditation or any sadhana which you follow, even reading books. All these wisdom helps us to break the pattern. And being very aware of the situations, and being being very mindful about the words we speak, being mindful about the thoughts we have, the actions we are doing. So that is what that mastery is. So again, the cleanliness, it is not just about our body being clean, taking shower morning and the evening. It doesn't stop with that cleanliness. Our cleanliness needs to be there within us. So keep removing these thoughts and negative emotions which we are suppressing within ourselves. Keep clearing it, and that that clean body, clean soul, that is where we can become that light for ourselves. And having an order and discipline in everything we do. Being spontaneous is good, but being chaotic is different. So don't just go. We say go with the flow, but we need to have an order, or a strict pattern which we are following in our life. That will help us in mastering this, in a the weapons which we have, that will help us mastering it. Time management. We always say we don't have time. I don't have time for doing this. I don't have time. I'm busy. All these uh, very common excuses which we give ourselves or we give to others. But it is all about prioritizing. What is the priority right now for us? Um, do that. And any being a woman, you have different roles we play. Being a mother, being a wife, I work in a corporate, so I have that responsibilities. So you cannot run away from all these responsibilities. You have to have a balance between everything. So identify what is your priority and allocate the time and manage the time. So that helps bringing that order and discipline in our life. And find and simplicity, like any task which we have, when you look at it as a whole, it might sound very big or very complex, and it puts us off, like I don't want to even start doing it. But breaking it into simple tasks or breaking it into smaller chunks of work will help you cover it. You feel that happiness of accomplishing something when you break down the task and completing each small portion of it. And finally, honoring the body. So we keep hearing about self love, self care, all these things, and sometimes we think, is it a selfishness to take out time for loving ourselves, take out time for doing what I love to do, or doing something which matters to me. So respecting and taking care of ourselves, it should not be done with um, any iota of guilt within us. We deserve it, we have to do it. um, Only when we are fit, we are happy, we are in that true spirit, we'll be able to spread that light to others. So this is all about spreading that light to ourselves. And once we have that light within ourselves, we are going to spread it to others. So these initially, before we start building that army, Yvonne is trying to get each of us be ready, be that light yourself, so you can spread that light and create that army. So we are going to talk about more about that self-care and all in the next slide. That is the inner strength. We have the weapons, we have the mastery, but we need to develop that inner strength to start using these weapons within ourselves. So, first and foremost is the self care. You have to, everything begins with ourselves, like taking care of ourselves, our body, our mind, our heart. It all needs to be healthy for us to take care of others. And we need to keep energizing ourselves, loving ourselves. And only when we are loving ourselves, we can start loving everyone around us. And self appreciation, whatever small task you are doing, be take a moment and appreciate ourselves. And it is not out of that ego, oh, I did this and I deserve to be appreciated. It should come out of that gratitude that I was able to do it. I had the capability of doing this. So appreciate yourself, pat your backs whenever you're doing anything which made you feel good, which made you feel happy and satisfied. And self approval. Um, all of us, or many of us, we look for that approval from others when we do something, when we do a task, or in each stage of our life. When each incident happens, we look for that approval from others. But getting that approval from others, it might be important depending on the situation, but we have to approve ourselves. We have to uh, take that moment to feel that what we are doing, and feel that happiness which that particular incident or the task which we completed. What are you feeling out of it? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling peaceful? Are you content with what we are doing? That self approval, that self reflection needs to be there within us, and that will create that inner strength for us. We will slowly and slowly um, come out of that dependency from others, and look for that confirmation from others. And self permission. So many times even if the people around us or the situations around us are supporting us, we ourselves prevent us from doing a lot of things. We overthink. We keep calculating our the situation, how the risk for the situation, how to mitigate it. All these things we start processing within ourselves, and the biggest obstacle itself for our self growth is ourselves. We are blocking it. We are not allowing ourselves to do it. Anything simple. So think, when we are facing such a situation, are we allowing that? Are we giving permission to ourselves so we can remove ourselves as an obstacle to that situation? And we don't wait for somebody else's permission. If we feel something is right for ourselves or something is right for others and which we have to do it, we should have the confidence, we should have the ability to think and do that action from us. And faith is uh, anything which we do, we need to have the trust. We are all in this spiritual journey. The path is different. The way we do it is different. The the practices which we do are different. It doesn't matter, but how faithful you are in that process which we are doing, in the path which we are taking. We need to have that surrender. We need to have that complete faith in what we are doing, and that will help us. That will help us improve ourselves, and that will help us spread that love and light to everyone around us. And self actualization, so it means the uh, every moment, we say, when we are doing meditation, every moment is a new beginning, or every meditation is new beginning, every breath is a new beginning. So our entire focus should be to become a better version of ourselves. Each moment, try to be a better version of ourselves. We face challenges, we learn, we might fail, but don't stop there. Keep improving ourselves. Um, Keep coming out of it. Keep learning from that experiences and try to improve. Try to improve each and every moment, each and every day. Try to become a better person. And all these things should come out of our humbleness, that humility, that no matter whatever we learn, whatever we hear, and whatever we practice, we should be humble enough to know that there is a scope of growth. There is something new for us to learn. And every situation, what we see, what we face, it might not be the same way other people are facing it or learning from it. So each situation in our life, be ready to learn from it, be open to that learning. And the greatest masters, if you take any example, they are the great learners. They were able to adapt. They were able to adapt to that situation and learn from it. So these are the inner strengths which we have compiled um, from that book. So we now have the weapons, we now have the mastery, whatever the skills which we need, and now we know how to build that strength within us to actually use it. But we know that all these things are there within us. We do take time out for self care. We at moments we do appreciate ourselves, but we are all in that illusionary world, that maya, the veil of illusion that is covering us many times, and that is preventing us from seeing all this inner strength within us. So how to come out of that illusion, how to dismantle that illusion. The first and foremost, everyone knows here, like every one of us are in that path together meditation. So what does meditation do? It is not doing anything. It is just helping us becoming more and more aware of that situation, more and more aware of ourselves. Maybe we are in that, if we are not doing meditation, we are just going with the flow. We don't even realize how we are reacting, how we are thinking, what are we talking. We are just being so mechanical, and we are just doing this repetitive task each and every day. So this practice of meditation gives us that space where we are taking a break from everything and becoming more and more aware. Initially, it will be just with that time where we are sitting, but uh, through practice, that awareness becomes a part of us. Even when we are not meditating, we are aware of the thoughts which we are having, and we are aware of the emotions which are racing within us. So it helps us in becoming more and more aware and come out of that the illusionary world. And doing this, practicing this awareness or building this practice of meditation, it keeps raising our vibration. We start becoming more and more positive. Thought starts coming. We spread more. We are able to do more service to others. Generally, it keeps raising our vibration, internal vibration, and that vibration will be spread to others around us. The other concepts here, like non-personalization, taking nothing personally, no assumptions, letting go of things, don't keep accumulating all these thoughts and emotions within us. Stop worrying about what happened, and stop worrying about what is going to happen. So all these things are very common, which we keep hearing, but very, very advanced practices, very difficult to keep reminding ourselves each and every moment. We take things personally. Somebody fights with us, or somebody talks something negative about us. You need so much discipline and practice within us to be able to see it, just not by not taking it personally, just as a comment, just as a reflection of our action. It is very difficult, and many times we assume that we have our own assumptions, or we assume things about others, about a situation. We might have our own assumptions, and we start acting based on that. We don't look into what is the real thing. We don't ask what the others, what did they do it. We just simply assume, and we start doing it. And letting go of our grudge, letting go of our hatred, all the unwanted things we have been accumulating within us. We keep hearing in every text we read, every sacred text we read, or every sessions we attend. They keep repeating these things, but it is not as simple as said and done. It is such a depth, such a deep practice which we need to do. Every moment, like how we were talking, like every moment we are trying to become a better person. So every moment trying to be aligned to all these concepts. And deep listening and inner silence, they go hand in hand. Only when you are um, in a mode of listening, you can feel that silence within us. Otherwise, you are always cluttered with your thoughts and that emotions. You are not able to feel that calmness within us. That calmness is there. That is our true nature. It is there in all of us. But all these practices help us go deeper and deeper within us, and be in that space where that silence is there, where that inner silence, inner wisdom, which is going to guide us in our life. So practicing all these 7 steps, very advanced. Not, it sounds very simple, but it is it is a very advanced practice. We need that the discipline and everything which we built in our life to practice this day in and day out in our life. And according to this book, this is going to remove that illusion. It is not just with this book. We know these are the things which is going to help us come out of that illusionary world and see everything out of more and more love and more clearly. So now we have all these weapons and everything, but we need to have that affirmations or have that belief in us that we can do the be that light to others. So the Yvonne has given such a beautiful few affirmations here. I can read it out if you want. You can just close your eyes and listen to these words. And it's such a simple affirmations, very meaningful, and this ties everything together. What we have been seeing in the previous topics, it just ties everything. I am the army of light. I am an entrepreneurial spiritual force of good. I am at oneness with faith. The creation and the creator are one. I am beyond name, label, and even the I statement. I exist as a force of unstoppable abundance and greatness beyond the metrics of illusion. I move forward, I create future and dare to think bigger consistently. And I'm always able to create anything. It's a beautiful affirmation of whatever we spoke so far. So here, the army of light. Only when we are that light, we can build an army of light. So uh, in the previous slides, we saw how to build that light within ourselves. We have all the weapons and mastery and strength and everything. We saw how to build that light. And when we have that light, we start spreading that light, and we spread that light to others, and we start creating that army. But it all starts with you becoming that army of light first. And you are that spiritual force of goodness. You think good, you do good to everybody around us. You are that entrepreneur. You are that creator of that goodness force in everyone. And be in that oneness. You see that creator, the God, and all his creations as one, and that oneness is there within ourselves. And the names and the titles which we carry, the roles we play, it doesn't matter. We are much beyond that. And even to an extent that that I statement itself doesn't exist. You are much beyond that. And when we are in this being this army of light, you are uncontrollable, like you are unstoppable. You have abundance. You have abundance in everything you think, and you receive it. You have that abundance in whatever you want, be it love, be it money, be it happiness, anything. You think beyond yourselves. You think you drop that I, and you start being a part of that whole universe. Be one with that whole universe. Everything around us, being in that oneness will create that abundance in us. Whatever we want, it just easily comes to us. And we are beyond that illusionary world. We have practiced, we know the ways we have to come out of that illusionary world. And when we are this army of light, we are always moving forward. We are not looking backwards. We have done mistakes, we have learned from it, we have moved past it. So we are always marching forward. We are creating bigger things and we are thinking bigger. We are not restricting ourselves. We are not calculating the pros and cons, and we are not looking at the risk of doing something. We are just surrendering and trusting and having faith in that path, and just going forward and creating that beautiful future which is waiting for us. And you're able to create anything, whatever you feel like, whatever you think, whatever you want to do. Everything just happens so beautifully, and nothing is stopping you, nothing is blocking it. That flow is happening so naturally. And along with all these things, we need the daily discipline. So, how do we um, keep being that army of light? You have built it, you now have an army of light. You are that light, and you have a group of people who you believe are that army of light. But how do we keep going? That's just not one day's thing. It is a practice which we have to follow every day. So, the daily disciplines. So, seeking truth. Um, be honest in everything you are doing. If you think that you are moving away from the truth, question yourself and see why you are deviating from that. So keep reminding yourself to be honest and be truthful to everything you're doing, every word we are speaking, every thought we are having. Be honest in that, and practicing that self mastery, like all the unhealthy habits, get rid of it. And um, having control of ourselves, having uh, that confidence that I can live this life with that discipline. And we all have that intuitions. Anything we do, we have that intuition which tells us, okay, this is the right way to do it. Or that questioning which comes, am I doing something right? So trust that inner intuition. Trust, here they say it is that inner compass which is giving you the direction where you have to go. So trust that inner compass, and have faith in that intuitions, the inner voice, and keep going mm, in your daily activities, and live with a purpose. Just have that, whatever you're doing, use your time very wisely, manage your time, and create something beautiful for yourself to enjoy, for others to enjoy. And be very mindful in everything you are doing, and do each of these with that humility, that gratitude that somebody is powering us to do these things. Our our inner, that gurus who are there within us, the universe, that love from others, everything is helping us to do each and every small task we are doing. So be very humble, be very to very much in that gratitude that we are able to do these things. And whenever we are doing anything, be fully present. Babaji always was reminding towards the end of invitation to love, to be in that now moment. Be in that now. Don't keep fluctuating between the past and future. Don't keep worrying about it. Be in that now. Enjoy what is there. This moment, enjoy it. Don't think what is going to happen in the next moment. But our human mind is like a monkey mind. It keeps fluctuating. We keep jumping. This moment you're thinking something, but back of the mind you're planning your entire day, what to cook, where to go, how to finish the chores. But try more and more meditation, becoming more and more aware, and that will help us being fully present in whatever we are doing. And that needs a lot of courage. Like, um, it is not very easy for us to just um, do something without worrying about others. So that courage we have to build to be in that present moment. And again, service. Babaji always said, it is not just enough to love everybody. You need to do service and do that service to everyone around us, and let that service come out of unconditional love. Then only that makes an impact on others. May whoever is receiving, they will receive it with that happiness or with that love, and that will help them also in their life. So these are the daily practices for being that army of light, and being that army of light every day, every moment, how we can practice these things. And the challenges we always have, um, the step backs or failures in our path, where we start questioning ourselves. Am I doing something right? And am I in the right way? So these are some of the things which pulls us back in our spiritual growth. So the first is fear, violence, and competitions. You're always competing with others, but as we were seeing from the beginning, we are not fighting with others. We are fighting with ourselves. Whatever is being there within us, we are trying to come out of that. We are um, trying to win that fear or hatred or that negative emotions which we are carrying within us. And comparison, you are comparing, this person is able to do this much, I am not able to do that. Stop comparing, stop worrying. Whatever we can, do that, but do that with your full awareness, full love, and full surrender and faith. That is enough. You don't have to compare yourself with anybody and keep on worrying that you're not doing enough. And defensive and spiritual ego. So when we go in this path, that ego starts playing in many situations. It starts playing even spiritually, that you feel that, oh, you are in a better place than others. No, you have to, that is also a challenge for us. You have to surrender. Um, when do we grow? When the growth happens, when we are like, we stop fighting our own beliefs. We stop fighting for our own uh, thoughts or our own belief system which is there. You stop fighting with that, and that growth naturally happens. So be more open and open to growth, and neglecting our well-being. So throughout this book, Yvonne is so much focusing on our self-care and taking care of ourselves. So we cannot help others when, if we are not healthy or we are not happy, then that army is weak. The light is very dull. You cannot spread it. So how to make that light brighter? It is by taking care of ourselves. So stop neglecting our well-being. Take time to be able to take care of yourself, and focusing on the symptoms instead of causes. So any time when we are reacting to a problem, that is coming from the deep patterns which are there within us. So see where that patterns, see that the reaction, what is happening, and start clearing that pattern. So the healing, different healings which we can practice to clear our mind, clear that patterns which we might not even be aware of. It is so deeply hidden inside our subconscious mind, but it triggers when that situation comes. So you flip in a second. So see that reaction and start analyzing what is causing it, and um, start healing it, so that that symptom and that cause slowly gets erased from our system. And living through that repetitive patterns. So our thoughts and behaviors, it is so repetitive. Like if you are aware, you will see the way we think, way we act, the words we speak. Everything comes from that patterns within us. So um, uh, come break that pattern, challenge yourself, and break that pattern, and the growth happens naturally. When you are breaking that pattern, you are getting an opportunity to grow or correct it, and that helps you grow beyond it. And resistance to learning and change. So we believe in a lot of things, and we have learned a lot of things in our life, from our parents, from our family, and we strongly believe in those things. And we are sometimes so reluctant to let it go, because that belief is so strong within us. We are resisting ourselves to learn something new or change that practice which we are following. So that is a challenge. So stop resisting from that learning. Be open to more learning, and be open to the change. And the change might be doing so much good to us. Only when we are open to the change, we will know what is in store for us in the future. So all these things, all these seven steps are so connected. It is like how we have this instruments, that string instruments like veena or violin or guitar. There are multiple strings in it. You tune one and start playing, and all the other strings are out of tune. It doesn't work. The sound which comes out is not soothing, it is not melodious. So we have to keep tuning everything, every string. So all these steps which we had, the weapons, the mastery, how to build that inner strength, everything goes hand in hand. It is not just that, oh, I have mastered this skill, I am good, I am happy, I'm content. No, that is the last point we have read here. You have to be open to the change, you have to be open to that learning. So um, practice all these things in a daily manner, and daily bring in that discipline in our life, bring in that awareness in our life, be mindful of what we are doing. So all those strings are in tune, and that beautiful melodious music comes out of that instrument. So just like that, we will be that beautiful light shining ourselves, and that light will spread into everyone around us. So before we close, there was one uh, beautiful way in which Yvonne had connected all this wisdom she shared from all the great masters like Buddha, Krishna, Patanjali, Jesus. So here, Buddha is the ultimate guru for us about mindfulness. So there is an incident where a disciple goes and asks Buddha, "What did you gain from your meditation? What when you are meditating, what did you gain?" And he said nothing. So the disciple asked, "Then why are you doing a meditation?" He says, "I lost a lot of things. I lost hatred. I lost the negative emotions within us. I lost the fear. I lost all these negative things within us. I didn't gain anything, but I started losing things from his himself, like the from his inner self. All these things started losing, and that created that mind, that space for being mindful. And Krishna, um, uh, we always see him for his selfless action. He's always there to help everybody, but he doesn't get involved in it. He's always detached. So he teaches us how to be doing that selfless actions, and how to be detached and don't get attached to whatever you're doing. And Patanjali is about all these practices, that discipline in how you're practicing everything you are learning. And Jesus, of course, is that unconditional love. He loved. He taught everybody how to love your enemies. So it is not just about loving us and loving the people whom we love. It is about loving our enemies also. So that Jesus was is teaching us. And Lao about the effortless wisdom. Wisdom should not be like something which you're struggling to practice or struggling to understand. It, if it is meant for you, it should be coming to us very effortlessly and very smoothly. And Sun Tzu teaches about that awareness strategies which we follow to become more and more aware of every moment, everything we are doing, every situation we are facing, how to be more and more aware. And there is a reference to a Master James Allen about the power of thought, uh, that that repetitive patterns which powers our thought. So if it is coming out of a fear or hatred, the thought also reflects that. So how to change that thought, how to clear that mind from the thought, that repetitive patterns, and clear the thought so that your mind, body, heart, everything is in sync. Everything is operating out of lot of love to others. So the all these masters, the common thread is how we can live our life consciously. So all the wisdom which we gain, or all the wisdom which we learn, it makes meaning to us when we start implementing it in our life, and how we bring it all together to become more conscious, more mindful, more aware in our daily living. So that is the summary of a book. It's a very beautiful book. I would highly recommend everyone to read it. It is available on Kindle and Amazon. So it's a very small book, and preparing for this connected me to many of the things more deeply. I know we keep hearing about it every day, right? But we we stop. We don't realize it. We get carried away from it, and um, these slides, when I was preparing, it was a reminder for myself that okay, this is what I'm lacking and this is what I have to work on. So it was such a it's a beautiful book. I request everyone to read it. I have not covered the entire thing, but I have just brought in that what made sense to me, what made meaning to me. And thank you so much, Swayam, and everyone for this opportunity and beautiful session which we are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rashmi. That was absolutely a beautiful session, and you empowered us with the army. When we think of an army, it's usually on a negative sense, But here you have shed that light to make it a positive. It's a strength, to build up our strength and to overcome our struggles. Uh, with all the basics that we all have been studying, but again, putting a different perspective, putting that new light into it. And Yvonne did such a great job with this book, and you did an absolutely wonderful job bringing that wisdom to us and sharing with us. Thank you again. There were so many good things that you talked about, being truthful, being in awareness, being in the present moment. How to watch your thoughts and your words and your actions, because they become your reality. And for that, to build your inner strength, which is taking care of yourself, self love, which is the core of everything. Because unless you love yourself and you become loving, then you cannot spread that love, and doing that selfless service, and dismantling those illusions that we have all built up over the time, and taking up those challenges. And the most important was to adhere to a discipline. Discipline is
Yeah.
what makes us uh, get to where we want to, and those affirmations to remind us and to strengthen us. uh, Thank you again for a wonderful session.
Thank you so much, Rajniji. That was a beautiful summary.
Friends, if any of you want to share your experience, or what you learned from this, please do so. Thank you again, Rashmi.
Thank you, Rashmi, for a beautiful session.
Thank you, Swayam.